I love photography. It's my passion and my job. A job that I happily have for over 16 years. I've done travel, documentary, weddings, portraits, and won a few awards on the way. During this span, I've used many types of cameras, film and digital, medium format to tiny 110 cameras. And yes, they are smaller than Micro Four Thirds. Today, I want to explain my reasons why I support Micro Four Thirds format and Olympus. Just because of the title of this video, I want to say I don't hate full frame, aps-c or medium format. No, not at all. As a pro, I will use whatever to finish my job. But the word finish is important. And for that, my first reason is reliability. Obviously, your mileage and usage will vary to mine, and it all depends on models and how you use your system. But I've owned and used pro equipment from other brands before. I must say that since I digitized my business in 2005, well, for all you youngsters out there, I meant moving from analog films to digital photography. My experience with cameras in terms of reliability had not been great. I've got system crashes, buttons gone funny, freezes, you name it. And that's why I always had to carry at least 2, if not 3 bodies in every job I did. I must say, the earlier Micro Four Thirds cameras fare no better in terms of reliability. And that's why I waited until 2015. Well, I was fortunate enough to get an invite from Olympus UK to ask if I would like to field test the then new OMD EM1 Mark II. Just a side note that I did own and use an original EM5 for my personal stuff at the time and used full frame Canon and Leica for all my paid jobs. I'm now an Olympus ambassador, and that basically tells you what happened after that test. Yes, I switched. I shifted locations a lot, and it means that I'm constantly facing the elements. While my other pro equipment experienced different failures under the same environments before, I had no such trouble with my Olympus gear. These things are tough and reliable. I did hear some comments in my videos before that there are some cosmetic damages over time, and I have that too. But same can be said with other brands. Some are better and some are worse. As a pro though, reliability is paramount, as I need to perform and complete my mission, full stop. And for that, I must praise Olympus for making my professional life easier. Second is an obvious one, size and weight. Yes, this may sound like a marketing thing, but believe it or not, once you use a Micro Four Thirds system, it's hard to go back to bigger stuff. Remember, I'm not talking about image quality here, just about size and weight of the system. Remember, I just said that I used to carry 2 to 3 bodies to all my jobs. Yeah, for that, I needed a roller case to house all the bodies, lenses, and other stuff. And that case was like 20 kilos. And I'm not joking. While I love photography, I don't like carrying equipment. Before I switched, I once took photos on top of Mount Hua in China, a 7,000 feet hike to the summit. Carrying all those full frame stuff was like carrying my wife's suitcase on my back. It was an experience to photograph from that height, but I really would be happy if I didn't have to bear that weight. The last few travels I made, before the pandemic stuff of course, was all done with Micro Four Thirds. And the difference was night and day. I got better shots because I finally enjoy photography rather than catching up my breaths and feeling exhausted. Same goes with my jobs. I haven't touched my roller case for over 5 years. Many of you know that I now use backpacks or shoulder bags for jobs because I can fit everything I need for any shoots in them. The overall weight of my set varies from just a kilo or 2 to 7 to 8 kilos, depends on the type of shoots I do. But that's a huge reduction from 20 kilos. Third is affordability. No matter how you look at it, Micro Four Thirds is a cheaper platform to own. You can draw your own conclusion on this, but I often looking at like for like. A rough calculation on my Pro setup can tell you that my Micro Four Thirds Pro collection is about a third of what I would have to pay with larger formats today. That's a lot of money. I'm not sure about you, but I don't think I can constantly shell out 3 to 4K for a Pro body and another 2 to 3K for a Pro lens. They are all essential tools for me at the end of the day. And if one sells for much cheaper and it doesn't suffer from any kind of performance hit, then it's a pretty easy decision. Okay, now you're going to say, yes, Micro Four Thirds doesn't perform as well as larger format. So my final reason is performance. I think this word is a little misleading because performance can mean a lot of different things, and it can be very personal and subjective. If you study pixels and spec sheets, yeah, of course, you might be right about a lot of things, but I'm a photographer and I look at image presentation and print. Even if it's on screen, I'll look at how the image is presented on the chosen medium and size. And I don't study pixels. So the latest crop of Olympus and Panasonic Pro cameras are certainly great tools. Their Pro lenses have great image quality. In short, they have the performance to satisfy most photographers' needs. I have been a judge for many large competitions before, and none of the entries was given any brownie points for having the best pixel level quality. We look at the image in its entirety. So if you're a real photographer, you know best what you need. And for me, Micro Four Thirds delivers great results to complete my jobs and a better system for amateurs and enthusiasts. There you go, these are my reasons why I support Olympus and Micro Four Thirds. What are your reasons? Let's have a chat in the comment section below. Thanks again for tuning in, and you know what to do now. Thumb if you enjoy your watch, and sub if you want to stay in touch with all things Micro Four Thirds, and of course, Olympus. Peace!